Dynamics 365 versus Salesforce, which CRM wins for Microsoft First businesses? So, Dynamics 365 CRM implementation. It's something a lot of people ask about, and today we're going to walk through it step by step. Let's talk about why Dynamics 365 CRM implementation fits Microsoft First businesses. If your organization already lives in Outlook, Excel, Teams, and Azure Active Directory, a Dynamics 365 CRM implementation removes friction that Salesforce simply cannot match. Records open inside Teams, reports flow straight into Power BI, and your identity provider is already configured. There is no separate single sign-on project, no third-party sync tool keeping contacts aligned. We have seen Microsoft First teams cut their onboarding time roughly in half when the CRM shares the same login and the same Office interface employees use daily. Adoption is the single biggest predictor of CRM ROI, and familiarity drives adoption. Dynamics 365 sits on the same data layer as the Power Platform. That means Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI talk to your CRM without custom APIs. If you want to understand how that automation layer works in practice, our breakdown of 10 real Power Automate workflow examples shows the kind of process automation you get almost for free. Next up, Dynamics 365 versus Salesforce, a feature and cost comparison. The honest answer to Dynamics 365 versus Salesforce is that both are mature, capable CRMs. The decision comes down to your existing stack, your industry, and how much you value a unified data model over a larger third-party app marketplace. Salesforce leads in raw ecosystem size and its AppExchange marketplace. Dynamics 365 leads in native Microsoft integration, built-in ERP options, and flexible licensing for mid-market buyers. Here is a side-by-side view. For a deeper, vendor-neutral take, our honest Dynamics 365 versus Salesforce comparison for 2026 walks through the trade-offs without the sales pitch. Now, let's talk about how long does a Dynamics 365 implementation take? A Dynamics 365 CRM implementation typically takes 3 to 18 months depending on modules, user count, and customization complexity. A focused sales and customer service rollout for a single team can go live in 8 to 12 weeks. A multi-module program spanning CRM and ERP across departments runs closer to a year. Most projects follow 6 phases: discovery, design, configuration, data migration, testing, and go-live. Data quality is the most common timeline driver. Dirty or fragmented source data extends migration far more often than the configuration work itself. Our 6-phase step-by-step Dynamics 365 CRM implementation guide covers each stage in practical detail. Next up, now, what modules does Dynamics 365 include? Dynamics 365 is a family of business applications, not a single product. You license only the modules you need, which is part of why the platform suits mid-market budgets. The core CRM applications cover sales, customer service, field service, and marketing. These map directly to what most teams think of as a CRM, and they share the same Dataverse records, so a contact created in sales is instantly visible in customer service. Dynamics 365 Business Central is designed for SMBs with roughly 10 to 300 users, bundling finance, inventory, and operations in one application. D365 Finance and Operations targets enterprises with 300+ users and complex, multi-entity requirements. Choosing the wrong tier is a costly mistake, so our D365 Finance and Operations modules and ROI guide is worth reading before you commit. A qualified Dynamics 365 Business Central partner can help SMBs avoid overbuying enterprise tooling they will never use. Now, moving on to how to choose a Dynamics 365 implementation partner. The platform rarely fails. Partners and process do. Choosing the right Dynamics 365 implementation partner is the highest leverage decision in your entire project. Confirm the partner holds Microsoft Solutions partner designations and has named certified consultants, not just a logo on a slide. Ask for delivered project counts in your industry. As a benchmark, Q Services is a Microsoft certified solutions partner for Dynamics 365 with 500+ projects delivered since 2014. A partner who has shipped HIPAA-compliant healthcare CRMs or OCC/FDIC-aligned banking systems will move faster and avoid compliance traps. Healthcare projects fail on compliance far more often than on code, a pattern we documented in Why Healthcare IT Projects Fail at Compliance, Not Code. Let's talk about moving on to migrating from Salesforce to Dynamics 365. For Microsoft First businesses already on Salesforce, migration is a common path once contract renewal approaches. Done well, Dynamics 365 migration services preserve your data, history, and automations while cutting recurring connector costs. Start with a data audit. Deduplicate, standardize fields, and decide what history is worth bringing over. Migrating 10 years of stale leads inflates cost and slows performance. Map Salesforce objects to Dataverse tables before extraction, not after. Salesforce flows and Apex triggers do not transfer directly. Plan to rebuild logic in Power Automate and Dataverse, which often simplifies overcomplicated legacy automation along the way. Strong Dynamics 365 integration services keep your phone system, ERP, and marketing tools connected through the transition. Next up, now, which CRM wins for Microsoft First businesses? For a Microsoft First organization, a Dynamics 365 CRM implementation usually wins on integration depth, total cost of ownership, and adoption speed. Salesforce remains the better choice for teams already deeply invested in its ecosystem or reliant on niche AppExchange apps with no Microsoft equivalent. Choose Dynamics 365 if you run Microsoft 365 on Azure, want native Power BI reporting, need built-in ERP through Business Central, or operate in a regulated industry that values Azure compliance. Dynamics 365 for small business through Business Central is especially compelling for SMBs that want CRM and finance in one platform. Stick with Salesforce if your team is already certified on it, your critical apps live only on AppExchange, or you have no meaningful Microsoft footprint to leverage. Switching purely for parity features rarely justifies the disruption. Next up, moving on to conclusion. For businesses standardized on Microsoft, a Dynamics 365 CRM implementation is the pragmatic winner. It reuses your identity, reporting, and collaboration tools, lowers your effective CRM implementation cost, and drives faster adoption because the interface is already familiar. Salesforce is excellent, but for a Microsoft First business, the integration tax and added licensing usually tip the decision toward Dynamics 365. The platform choice matters less than execution, so invest in a certified Dynamics 365 implementation partner, scope your Dynamics 365 customization carefully, and treat data migration as the long pole in your timeline. If you are ready to compare options for your specific environment, talk to our team about a scoped assessment and a realistic implementation roadmap.